Have you ever wanted to be the man a woman can't stop thinking about? The one who lingers in her mind long after you've left the room? What if I told you that making a woman miss you badly isn't about flashy looks, cheesy pickup lines, or constantly texting her? It's about understanding human behavior. It's about triggering deep, psychological responses that make her crave your presence and feel your absence. See, the truth is, missing someone is a powerful emotional state. It's tied to the same parts of the brain that handle addiction and memory. And when you understand how to tap into that space, you can create a kind of emotional gravity that keeps pulling her back to you, even when you're gone. This video will break down the psychology behind making a woman miss you badly, from emotional imprinting to the power of strategic silence, to becoming the one man who stands out in a sea of attention. It's not about playing games, it's about becoming the kind of man who creates impact. Let's dive deep into the psychology of desire, attraction, and emotional connection, and discover how to make her feel your absence so intensely that she can't wait to have you back. Let's get started. The power of emotional imprints. Human beings don't remember people, they remember how people made them feel. This is where your real power lies. Not in what you say or even what you do, but in the emotions you leave behind. Psychologically speaking, the human brain is wired to latch onto emotional highs. It stores them, replays them, and attaches meaning to them. If you want a woman to miss you, you need to become a source of strong, positive emotional experiences. Think about this. When was the last time someone made you laugh so hard you couldn't breathe, or shared a story so vulnerable it made you feel instantly close to them? Those are the moments that stick. In psychology, we call this emotional imprinting. When you consistently create emotional highs, your presence becomes something her brain craves. She won't just think about you logically, she'll feel you emotionally. Here's how to do that. 1. Be unpredictable, but in a good way. Routine is boring. If she knows exactly what you're going to say and do every time, there's no spark. But if you surprise her with your humor, with deep insights or small, thoughtful gestures, she never knows what's coming next. That suspense keeps her engaged and emotionally alert. 2. Be emotionally open but not needy. When you show your real self, your passions, fears, and dreams, you invite emotional connection. Most men don't do this. They stay surface level. But when you share parts of yourself with confidence, you become memorable. 3. Share firsts. Psychologically, first experiences get stored in a stronger part of the brain. Take her to a new place. Introduce her to a new idea. Show her a part of the world or herself that she's never seen before. She'll associate that moment and that feeling with you. When you become a source of emotional stimulation and depth, your presence turns into something meaningful. And when you're gone, her brain replays those highs, craving the feeling you gave her. That's when missing you becomes inevitable. In the scarcity principle, psychology teaches us something very simple, but extremely powerful. We desire what is not easily available. The scarcity principle says that when something or someone is rare, we naturally perceive it as more valuable. This applies perfectly to human behavior in relationships. When a woman feels like you're always available, always around, always reaching out, she begins to take that presence for granted. Not because she's ungrateful, but because her brain registers it as normal. And what's normal is forgettable. But when you aren't always available, when you create space, unpredictability, and mystery, her brain begins to wonder, where is he? What is he doing? Why do I want to talk to him right now? That's the power of scarcity. Here's how to apply this in a way that's respectful, not manipulative. 1. Don't always be the first to initiate. If you're always texting first, calling first, or setting up plans, you're leading all the time. Take a step back. Let her come to you. Let her wonder what you're up to. Curiosity leads to craving. 2. Be busy with your purpose. The most attractive men are busy building something, whether it's a career, a vision, or a passion. When your life is full, your time becomes more valuable. And when you offer her that time sparingly, she treasures it. 3. Don't respond instantly every time. You don't need to play games, but remember, anticipation creates dopamine. When she has to wait just a little, it builds desire. Her mind fills in the gaps, and that space makes her miss you. 4. Be slightly unpredictable. Don't always text "good morning." Don't always follow a script. Let her experience the feeling of "what's next?" That feeling sticks, and it fuels attraction. Scarcity, when balanced with genuine interest, makes you unforgettable. It keeps her on her toes. It makes your presence exciting and your absence noticeable. And when she notices you're not around, that's when she starts to miss you. Strategic absence. Here's a hard truth. Being constantly present in someone's life doesn't always build desire. In fact, it can do the opposite. This is where strategic absence comes in. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's not just a saying. It's rooted in behavioral psychology. When someone we care about is no longer right there, our minds fill in the blanks. We romanticize, we remember the best parts, and we start to miss. But there's a difference between disappearing completely and creating intentional space. Here's how to practice strategic absence. 1. Pull back after strong emotional moments. Let's say you had a deep conversation, shared a meaningful laugh, or had a special evening. This is prime time to retreat just a bit. Why? Because her emotional state is high. If you stick around too long, that energy dissipates. But if you give her space, she sits in it. She replays it. She craves more. 2. Focus on your life for a while. Take a few days to go silent, not as a punishment, but as a recalibration. Let her feel what it's like not having you around. If she's invested, she'll notice, and she'll miss your energy. 3. Avoid explaining your absence in detail. Mystery is fuel. If you vanish, then return with, "Sorry, I was swamped with work." It kills the curiosity. Instead, just pick up where you left off with warmth and confidence. 4. Use silence with confidence. Silence makes most people uncomfortable, but confident men don't fear it. Let a conversation breathe. Don't always be the one to fill the gap. Let her reach out. Strategic absence isn't about punishment or power plays. It's about letting your presence be felt through your absence. When done right, it leaves her checking her phone, thinking about you, wondering what you're up to. And that's the beginning of longing. Be the emotional anchor. Want to become unforgettable? Then stop trying to be liked and start being emotionally real. See, women don't just miss guys who are attractive. They miss the ones who felt like home. The ones who saw them deeply, who made them feel safe, and who gave them emotional clarity in a world full of confusion. That's where emotional anchoring comes in. To be her emotional anchor, you must become the emotional constant in her life. Someone she thinks of first when she's happy, sad, confused, or excited. Here's how. 1. Practice active listening. When she speaks, really listen. Not to reply, but to understand. Ask follow-up questions. Remember little details. This shows presence, which is rare, and people miss those who made them feel heard. 2. Be the calm during her chaos. Life is overwhelming. When you become the man who remains calm under pressure, who speaks with clarity during her emotional storms, you become her emotional home. 3. Be honest about your own emotions. Don't play the stoic alpha card all the time. Vulnerability, when expressed with strength, is powerful. When you talk about your own fears, challenges, and wins, she feels closer to you. 4. Create emotional rituals, inside jokes, nightly calls, favorite songs. Rituals create emotional memory loops. When you're gone, those rituals echo in her mind. She hears that song and she thinks of you. 5. Connect through shared experiences. Travel, try new things, volunteer. Create moments that leave marks on her memory. Shared experience equals emotional bonding. An emotional anchor is rare, and what's rare is missed. Purpose plus presence. If you want to make any woman miss you badly, you need to understand one thing. Women are drawn to men with purpose. A man on a mission is magnetic. He doesn't chase, he attracts. And when you combine purpose with presence, you become the kind of man who lives in her mind. rent-free. Let's break this down. 1. Purpose makes your time more valuable. When you're driven, whether that's in business, your passions, fitness, or creativity, your energy becomes focused. You stop wasting time. You stop chasing every interaction. And because you're selective, she sees that your time is earned, not just given. This creates value, and value creates desire. 2. Presence is about energy, not just proximity. Being in the same room isn't enough. Presence means being fully there when you speak, listen, touch, and connect. Even if it's for a short time, your full presence leaves a stronger imprint than hours of half attention. 3. Purpose breeds mystery. When you're always working towards something bigger than yourself, you become intriguing. She starts to wonder, what drives him? What's he building? That curiosity sticks. She wants to understand you, and in the process, she misses what she can't fully grasp. 4. Presence plus absence equals balance. When you're with her, be all in, laugh, connect, open up. But when you're gone, be gone. Go back to your grind. Focus on your goals. This push and pull creates emotional rhythm. 5. Purpose gives you direction, even when emotions are involved. Most men lose themselves in women, but the high-value man doesn't. His path is clear, and he invites her to walk beside him, not become the path itself. And when a woman sees that, she respects you, she desires you, and when you're not there, she misses you deeply. Because men with purpose don't just come and go, they leave a lasting impression. Leave a signature. Here's a psychological secret that most people overlook. Repetition creates memory. Uniqueness creates emotion. If you want to be unforgettable to a woman, even when you're no longer around, you need to leave behind a signature. A signature isn't just your name or your cologne. It's your emotional fingerprint. It's what she associates specifically with you and no one else. Let's explore how to build this. 1. Use a signature scent. Smell is the sense most closely tied to memory. Choose a cologne and wear it consistently. Months after you're gone, if she catches that scent in the air, her brain will instantly trigger memories of you. 2. Create an inside language. Nicknames, phrases, jokes, anything that's just between the two of you. When you say, "You always do that thing with your eyes when you lie," and she blushes, that becomes yours. When you call her firecracker because of her temper, it's endearing, unique, and unforgettable. 3. Leave behind a physical object. A hoodie, a book, a note, something with your essence. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but when she holds it, smells it, or sees it, she feels you. 4. Introduce her to a song or quote that reflects your dynamic. Music taps into deep emotion. If there's a song that reminds her of you, she'll hear it and immediately feel a rush of memory. That's emotional branding at its finest. 5. Be unforgettable in your attention to detail. When you remember her favorite flower, or that she bites her lip when nervous, she knows you see her, truly see her. That kind of attention is rare, and rare equals missed deeply. 6. Be her safe space. When the world overwhelms her and you've been the one person who makes her feel grounded, valued, and calm, she'll search for you in other people and never find it. These little psychological triggers leave behind echoes, and those echoes are what make a woman think, "He's gone," but it still feels like he's here. That's when you know you've left your mark. Let's bring it all together. If you want to make a woman miss you badly, you don't need to manipulate or chase. You need to understand her psychology. You need to create moments she feels in her soul, not just remembers in her mind. Here's what we covered. You become unforgettable by leaving emotional imprints through laughter, vulnerability, and shared experiences. You build desire through scarcity, not always being available, not always giving too much. You create longing through strategic absence, letting your absence intensify her memories of you. You anchor yourself emotionally, being her calm in the storm, her safe place. You live with purpose and let your ambition do the attracting. And finally, you leave a signature, emotional, triggers that replay in her heart long after you're gone. The secret isn't in the words you say or the gifts you give. It's in how you make her feel. When she feels more alive with you, more seen, more heard, more desired, she won't be able to ignore your absence. She'll feel the silence. She'll miss the depth. She'll want it back. That's the real power of psychology and attraction. It's not about pretending to be someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, a man of presence, purpose, and emotional intelligence. So stop chasing, start embodying, and watch what happens when you walk away. With confidence, she'll miss you badly, because you won't just be the man who passed through her life. You'll be the one who stayed in her heart.